It might be time, you know, to try and do a bit of Fort Pharos. We know that the other half of the Grand Lift of Dexus key is in there, so we should probably go and have a poke for that on someone at least. Because yeah, Grand Lift of Dexus, we've got the left half. The right half is in Fort Pharos in the Dragon Barrow. Now he poked in here briefly with someone, got wrecked and immediately fled. But Nubs is a big tough boy with a big tough shield, which I've also not upgraded even slightly, so it's a level 0 shield. But hey ho, if we could get a few levels on him, then we'll upgrade his great shield a bit. Nice try, bat thing. I've got pillars on my side. Jeez, 5 hits to finish you off. That's not promising at all. I mean, yeah, in terms of raw damage output, Noob's one of our lowest, what with the old shield in one hand. Most of the other buggers are dual wielding at this stage. Don't like those poison clouds. Oh, they've just poisoned us anyway through the wall. That's fine. Oh, God. Okay, maybe Fort Pharos isn't the place to be right now, if we're going to get one-shot by things. How is one supposed to get to the next area of the game then? Because this seems like way too hard for a character of this level. But we've got nothing else to do except maybe fight Renala. Is it supposed to be the case that most of your characters go up the alternative route rather than through the Dragon Barrow? Or am I supposed to just sprint through this and try and find the other half of the medallion? Because I mean, we've got barely any runes to lose. We could always try a bit of a death run, just see what's in here. And the answer is a ladder by the look of it. So maybe, just maybe, we can outrun that bat. And it looks like we have. Maybe this is what we should have been trying all along. Yeah, because there we go, we've got it. So I guess you don't have to fight everything in there. Which is cool. Nothing interesting on the way down, is there? On those side platforms? No. Jumping! What does that do for us? Does get us to another item. Is there more to Fort Pharos than I realised? Looks like it. It's probably all death based on that inner bit. But hey ho, we can get an item at least. Neutralising boluses. So I guess the plural is just boluses, not boli or anything like that. Oh come on, that's through a wall, you cheat. Maybe we should just cheese it. Yeah, figured that might happen. How drawn out was that death sound though? Jeez, noob. You don't have to be so dramatic about things. You're not Annie. Should we just go head up in that direction? Why not? Why the heck not? Also, I still want to try and find a way up the road here to actually get up to the church without having to necessarily go around the top and get buggered by that flame of frenzy thing. There's got to be a way up somewhere. So maybe we'll go for a bit of an explore on Nubs today. It's either that or we kill a bunch of easy bosses and try and get the runes we need to level up some. But no, I want to venture into something new. If we can. We'll probably just immediately find that it's way too hard for us. But we can but try. So, we've also probably got a bunch of skeletons trying to kill us now. There's no safe drop-offs there anywhere. I want to find alternative routes to places. rather than just taking the same path every time. I want to find spirit springs and tomb staircases to get around. But I always seem to be looking in the wrong places. Yeah, it's probably all death. But, for science... Yeah, there's no safe way down there, is there? So if we do want to head in that sort of direction, towards the Erd Tree and whatnot, then let's see. We got no choice but to go around here. Because it's just death if we drop off there. But then this place is just death because of the archers that hang around. And then there's nothing up here that we can really do. Sod off. Try and explore. Jeez. And is that just back down where we were a minute ago? Yeah, probably. Yeah, these archers around here really discourage exploration. It wouldn't be so bad if I thought they might despawn after we take them out. But I doubt they do. And I can't really check how I might get up to them to deal with them even because... Yeah, they're up there, we're down here. They've got homing arrows that are a pain in the butt. And we can't ever check our map because they can see us from 600 miles away. So you can see my problems with Northern Liurnia. It's a bit of a pain. It's a surprisingly linear bit of world, thanks to all the cliffs and whatnot. The map suggests it's nice and open, but no. So yeah, there's literally no reason to come up this path from the Church of Owls, except to go to this catacombs, because nowhere else is an option. Unless you spirit spring up to it from ground level, perhaps. But given as we're here, I suppose we may as well try and get this catacombs. Get it unlocked at least. Try horseback battle, you say? We can do that. Hi friend, do you want a horseback battle? Ouch. Okay, I guess not. Yep. Yep, this is going about as well as you'd expect when the bugger keeps teleporting away. Ouch. I mean, the damage isn't awful. It's just getting the hits in. Did you just guard counter me? Oh, now we're dead. For sure. We've been staggered. Oh no, we're back on torrent. Good. Need another sup. Bonk. No. Bonk. Got him. Bloody hell, that was an effort. No loot. So yeah, let's grab the Site of Grace. I don't know if I want to do this right now, this catacomb. But we can grab the Site of Grace at the very least. Maybe we'll explore at ground level. Because I'm sure there's a spirit spring somewhere around there. I'm just not sure where. I'm wondering if there's any easy bosses back in Limgrave that we should have killed and haven't. That could easily give us a level or two. I mean, 4 more levels and we've got our Great Shield and we've got our halberd available to us. I could kind of go and do the whole rolly ball grinding thing in Caleb, try and get that working. But that doesn't seem like a fun way to pass the time. Do you mind if we just ride through and help ourselves to your pickled fowl foot? It's probably someone's lunch. It's mine now. Noob's not really a big snatcher of human food, but he probably would if you left it too open for him, made it too easy. Ooh, land squirt ashes. So the land squirt is the name of those guys, I guess. And now we could summon one and it could just sort of sit there and spew poison and probably not be that useful, I feel. Wasn't even aware it was a spirit ash in the game, but I guess maybe we'll try it out at some point, but that's kind of the thing, like, you get this far in the game and you don't really want to try out new ashes because it's an investment of Glovewort that you don't have. But then again, that's countered by the fact that you can get bell bearings for the Glovewort as well, so maybe we need to do some research and find out where they're all hiding out. I like that 200 runes is barely anything at this point, yet I'm still picking up every skull I squash. It's like you can be extremely high level in games like Fallout or something and you'll still pick up like a single coin that you see sat on a table. It's got to be done. Now there's a mad jellyfish. Why are you there, mad jellyfish? Where are we exactly? We're still... yeah, that's the big cliff up there. We're trying to get up, but why is there just a mad jellyfish there? Horrible bugger. Oh, a mausoleum, lovely. Right, so we've got some kind jellyfish as well. Quite a few of them around, they're cool. But yeah, they're mixed in with some mad ones. It's probably a mystery to be solved there. But it's a mystery for later when we're not looking for like spirit springs or whatever. And a ghost tree, a ghost candelabra. Where are you going to take us? Just over to that cave that I already know about? I'm going to say probably. It seems kind of pointless them pointing you towards the cave when the cave's so clearly signposted on your map. But we should pick up this Site of Grace because we definitely want to clear this at some point. Right, where did we last see Hyetta? She was down near a bridge somewhere, wasn't she? Yep, she's still there. Kind of thought we'd exhausted all the dialogue, but I guess not.
Ah, is that you over there? I've gleaned something very important indeed, thanks to you. The reason why it was eyes I had to eat. The distant light is far and frail, so faint it can't be seen by the naked eye. But with everyone's eyes together, it appears. Finally, it all makes sense. I'm certain now. I will be a finger maiden.
Okay. Not quite sure how that logic fully checks out.
I've gleaned something very certain now.
But I'm glad you're happy with what you've learned. Also, your dress appears to be covered in gore, but yeah, we won't worry about that. Also, what's up with your hands? Are they just gloves, or are your hands all messed up there? It's hard to say. Either way, she'll probably move on now. And there she is. Sweet. Hello, friend.
Oh, hello. Is that you over there? Have you ever heard of fingerprint grapes? They're special grapes which only grow on those who've been clasped by the burnt fingers. I would truly love to try one. The distant light seems far closer than before, but I can't sense a thing from the usual grapes anymore. Please, could you donate a fingerprint grape to me? Without one, I don't know. I feel like I might go mad.
I'm sure we wouldn't want you to go mad, my dear.
Oh. Oh. A fingerprint grape. Tried and true. What a wondrous thing. A fingerprint grape. Oh. How sweet. Yet, how it burns. Thank you. I've composed myself again. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Now, which fingers would this be exactly?
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sure I'll be a finger maiden. Thank you. I'm sure I'll be a finger maiden.
Lovely stuff. And I think that's pretty much Hyatta's quest dealt with for the time being. Yep, she's off. And maybe we'll catch up with her later. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Now, we should probably pop back and speak to Varys as well, because we've dealt with his thing. So yeah, Mr. Varys, sir, about that bloody cloth that you requested.
Ah, my lambkin. You've completed your final trial. And with this, you are a formal inductee. A knight who will assist Luminary Moog, the Lord of Blood, in the establishment of a new dynasty. Now, give me your finger. This noble blood will be an immutable badge of honor once it settles inside of you.
Well, that doesn't sound even slightly sinister.
Oh, good heavens. Clench your teeth or something.
Yeah, we're probably fine.
Never forget that feeling of agony, for it is what binds you to Luminary Moog, to all of us. You have the sweetest scream, my lambkin.
Okay. Thanks for that, weirdo.
Oh, another thing. You should have this.
The Pureblood Knight's Medal.
A medal granted by the new Mohgwyn dynasty, with the power to grant audience with Luminary Moog. I've gone out of my way to provide one to you, but you mustn't use it just yet. The meeting must wait until the Mohgwyn dynasty commences. Luminary Moog yet slumbers beside the divinity. We must endure a little longer.
Good man. I'm sure we won't use it just yet.
Ah, it is trying, but we must be patient. One day you will be elevated, deservedly, basking in love. Right, my lambkin?
I'm sure we will.
Ah, one day, right, my lambkin?
So, let's have a look at this thing that you've just given me, shall we? An audience with Moog will be granted one day. But it's not yet time, for Moog yet slumbers beside the divinity. Be patient. The new dynasty is nigh. It's never happening, Barry. You know that, right? You know that we're just gonna use it now. Just because we can. Right in front of your face, in fact. I'm sure he won't mind. So this is Mohgwyn Palace. It is underground, it seems, although maybe not. Yeah, it looks like it's underground. Up ahead we have what is probably not trouble. Doesn't look like trouble, just looks like a mausoleum, that's fine. Everyone likes a mausoleum. And there's a map. Sweet. So yeah, a mausoleum with what's definitely not a boss arena. And then a little bit of space around there that things could be done in, probably. And the Society of Grace, isn't that nice? Further up we've got some lads. They look as though they might not be too pleased to see us. But there's also more loot by the look of it. You know we like loot. Smithing stone 7. That's a bit big. And that lad just exploded for no clear reason. But somewhere in here is like the premier rune farming spot. I'm not sure exactly where it is. It might be at the other Grace site. I think it probably is, to be honest, at the other site. But there's somewhere where you can shoot at birds if you've brought a longbow along. Which we haven't. Although I've got a crossbow that we could use just to get the attention of enemies, probably. And then you shoot that bird, it falls off a cliff, and you get like 15k runes for no effort. But yeah, it's probably at the other side of Grace, which I think is in this direction. There's a lot of I think going on because, yeah, I'm making this up as I go along as usual. So maybe let's go for a little horsey ride and see what trouble we can get ourselves into. Or what trouble we can hopefully stay out of. Well, that's a dead end. Probably the emphasis will be on dead if we stand still for too long. Yep. This all doesn't bode well at all. But it's more Smithing Stone 7s. A Golden Rune 12, very nice. Bunch of Albinauric guys, that's fine. Blood-tainted excrement, nobody wants that. There's something horrifying happening behind us from the sound of things. More of these lads, Smithing Stone 6, very nice. Golden Rune 13? That's pretty crazy. That lad's just running around like a spoon. Glovewort 8, nice. Swarm of Flies, that's where it lurks, is it? I've heard that's a pretty fun and cool incantation. More blood-tainted excrement. But yeah, if we find a way up a slope somewhere... Now, what are you containing? Jeez, you require quite the effort to batter it. But we got you. Ash of War blood tax, nice. And yeah, that was bound to happen, wasn't it? But we got the scarab. Now can we get those runes back though? We've already picked up some interesting loot, but I do want to find the other side of Grace. Is there anything around this little corner? Just some general crafting stuff. Is that another Glovewort? Ghost Glovewort 9! This is madness. Yeah, something's trying to kill us real hard. And we don't want none of it. I just want to gather up my runes and then carry on our exploration. Where are my runes? Are they in this cave? They are. Somber Smithing Stone 9, very nice. More bloody Albinaurics by the look of it. Heroes Rune 4. That's going to be worth a pretty penny. Should probably shine a light as well whilst we're around. Oh, so that just dropped us back out in this bit where awful things were happening. Mayhap. Bit of rock grease though. Oh goodness. Now I've been dismounted. Doesn't bode incredibly well. I'll take that gold seed. Invaded by a nameless white mask. Who could that be? Well, whoever it is, they're getting wrecked by that blood pit. And yeah, we got one shot by a dog. Those runes might be gone, to be fair. Yeah, let's try heading up this slope this time. Get ourselves a blood rose. Yeah, lots of Albinaurics. Some of them are snoozing, some of them aren't. But there's the Site of Grace I was thinking of. Now that we've found that, we're in a much better position to earn ourselves some runes. How tough are you? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're pretty strong actually. But then when we get you one-on-one, bam, 2,000 runes for one dude. Nice. And we've already practically got back the runes we lost. Is there anything worth grabbing up here? Kinda. Oh yeah, gold rune 11, good. Still no jumping, yep. No item ahead, fair. But yeah, there is a spot somewhere up here, I think, where you can shoot at a bird. It gets mad. And it throws itself off a cliff trying to get to you. And that earns you like millions of runes. Well, about 15k for like a few seconds work. But I'm not sure where said spot is. Might be that bird. Let's try equipping this crossbow we can't use. Because although we can't use it as such, we can still get things' attention with it. Is this the spot where they're saying, seek fat coin purse, time for bow and then good fortune ahead? So yeah, they're talking about this bird and this spot. Thanks for getting in the way there, Ghost. Can we ping it through the trees? Well, we could if we hit it. There we go. We got its attention. Bam. Oh, it's going to be very tempting to just keep doing this for a while. Because that's like our level. Now, we wanted 20 mind, didn't we? So maybe we'll do it a couple of times, get to 20 mind, so we can use one of our decent summons. And then we'll get back to sensible business.